And good morning, everybody. Got the smooth drum roller on the trailer this morning, and I got the grade pole for the dozer. I'm gonna set the laser up there by those gates up there. Go ahead and check all this, see what it looks like. I feel like there's still a good probably 2 feet got to come up down there, probably a foot or so down there, maybe a little bit more. I feel like this right in here is pretty good. May end up having to cut this down a few more inches to get the dirt to fill that in, but starting to look pretty level across there. So I haven't checked it since Saturday when we first started, so let's see what it looks like. Checked everything. It's about 2.5 feet low down there on that corner and about 18 inches or so down there on that end. So what I'm gonna do is actually cut this down about 6 more inches like I was talking about. That's really gonna kind of help level this out so that doesn't have to come up so much higher. So I'm gonna take the little Komatsu dozer, go ahead and trim that slope out, push it into a pile, and then put my grade pole on that, kind of get this section right, push all this dirt out of the way, and then take the D7 and shove all that down here where it needs to go. But I'm gonna go ahead and kind of grade this corner out with the little dozer and get it where it needs to be. It's a little more finesseful. So put my grade pole on the front of the dozer here and check my benchmark over there that I wanted to set grade to. And I started cutting this out, pushing the dirt. The only thing bad, the laser's got to be behind the dozer where it's high enough. So might have to do a couple passes here to trim this out facing the laser, then push it back, but it is what it is, not the end of the world. So what I'll do is cut this out. As long as you got that green flashing light like that, grade is good. That's what we want to see, green flashes. So I'm working on cutting this section out right here. Probably going to get on the D7 here in a minute, hog some more of this dirt out. Be a little bit easier to move the dirt with the D7. But I'm also cutting this down to grade as I go, but it's starting to get more than I can make in one push here, so yeah, now it's becoming aggravating. When your blade digs into the bank and pulls you to the right, I got the laser on there so I can kind of watch my grade as I go. Cut this dirt, keeping it in the green flash. And taking it all over here. I'll lose my signal here just a little bit right there. Back into it. Taking all this dirt over here to this edge where it's the lowest. Putting in a lift. Make 4 or 5 more pushes, and then I'm gonna jump on the D7, hog some more of that material out, just push it down here to the center, and I'll shove it around where it needs to go. This dozer and the laser. with that, take it, just push it right down here. Cut and fill in one. With the dirt I calculated and taking 6 inches down here, I should have enough to fill everything down there that I need to and have a little extra dirt for the slopes to soften those. So I'm getting everything flat, even though there's going to be a crown go down the center of this. I'm getting it all flat right now because my 2 outside edges, I can very easily take the dozer and the grader and just cut that dirt down and roll it over the edge. So right now it's more important to me to get the whole thing flat. Then I can come in there and just cut the 2 sides down to get the taper I need. Be able to get drainage, and that's pretty much how it's going to work out, because by the time I compact it, those sides are going to be a little bit lower anyways. Edge. Let's see, can you see the grade rod there by chance? Probably not. So I got the grade stick on the dozer here, like I've had all day. And running down through here now, trimming this out. Really makes life easy. Having that little light to look at. So if you're high or low. And while I'm doing this out, I'm actually going to kind of rough in a crown in this thing. I was going to make it level, but shoot, I can just kind of use my lights right here. And if it's on the bottom light, I know that it's about 4 or 5 inches high. Middle light's about 2 inches high, and greens go. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it with that to kind of somewhat get it close. When I bring the motor grader, I can really fine tune it then. Just kind of, while I'm pushing all this loose dirt, might as well put it where it needs to go. Then I can kind of tweak it around a little bit. Like I said, when I have the grader. But right now I'm just kind of eyeballing it on getting things where they need to be. Be a couple little low spots, but I can fix that by pushing some dirt with the grader when I get it. Just trying to get the majority of it where it needs to go right now. Then I'm going to kind of back drag everything and roll it in with the smooth drum. Coming into the week from that, what's left over from that hurricane, and this will turn to a muddy mess if I don't get it slipped up and rolled in. That low corner, keep filling it in. Getting everything shaped up right here, so ready enough to compact in. Took the D7 and hogged this corner down, pushed some dirt over there where it was needed, and I'm just trying to level this out a little bit, get it smoothed up a little bit better so I can compact it all in. Then I'll put my grade receiver back on here and start rolling after I roll all this in, then I'll start trimming all this out down to grade. Well, it's gonna be a wrap for today. Got everything bladed off. Still need some more in that left corner down there and a touch in that right corner. But with the rain coming tomorrow and Friday, I just kind of wanted to get everything situated, so I got it all bladed off and rolled in with smooth drum. So hopefully that should seal everything off. Come back next time, I'll bring the motor grader, start getting it cut in here. Well, what I'm going to do next time is I think what we're going to do is, the barn was going to be there at the end of the arena. I think we're going to cut all that out. I need that dirt to kind of soften these slopes. And I think that's going to end up making a pad over there so the horse barn can go over there now. So I think that'll work good to cut all that out and just kind of push that dirt around the slopes there and use it there. So that'll be the project for the next time I'm out here. How about a little cabin update? It's been a little bit of time, but stuff's been coming along a little slow, but everything's rocking and rolling now. Masons got here yesterday and started putting the stone on the foundation of the cabin, and the builder came back and put the decking on there. Actually just washed some of this off. They had a little bit of concrete on there, but I got that washed off. The deck turned out great. Ended up going with Trex decking, and the handrails, goat panels painted black. Makes for a very nice open view to the pond, which is currently down from the 6 weeks of no rain we've had. But they're going to do that stone up here all the way across the back. Like I said, the deck turned out really nice. I love the way it looks. All the mechanicals have passed, insulation has come, and they just passed that today for the inspection. So now he's got to put the sealant in. They'll blow the insulation in for that once the sealant's in. Like I said, sheetrock's coming next week, and the cement board and everything is in for the master shower here. All this is going to be tile. They just like plumber actually just left. All this was full of water. Got everything drained. So cabin is pretty much ready for sheetrock. Cabinets are almost done. All that should arrive, be put in, and that's going to get a tongue and grooved pine ceiling right there. That's pretty much that on the inside. And on the front porch here is going to get that stone all the way across the front, stone around the columns with caps on there. They've been laying it out. And over here, going to do stone all the way down this side right here as well. We had to leave one little spot open for the conduit into the meter base. But no, everything is looking really good. Super happy the way it turned out. The siding should have been on by now, but there was a mix up in that. They actually sent the wrong siding. It's going to be a metal board and batten, which is going to look really nice, but they sent the wrong kind. It had like a misty flake in it, and it looked moldy, so I declined on that and said let's get the right stuff. But there it is, cabin update. Should look really good here in a couple more weeks once we get the siding on it and all the rock, and the interior should start coming along pretty quickly now. And here's a quick little cabin update. I came on Tuesday and got most of the siding put up. The mason has finished all the stone work. They couldn't finish up the back because he was working back there, but everything is shaping up really good here. I got the ended up having them do stone on the front columns up here. I'll end up backfilling that all the way to the bottom of the stone. That way it doesn't look like it was levitating. I want to leave that edge of the concrete. I like the way that looks, but originally I had him stop at the top of concrete. I was like, no, the stone looks like it's just kind of levitating there, so I'll backfill all that and it looked like it's sitting on the ground. Got all the stone work done under the front porch here. Still got to paint the door. Sheetrock was delivered, and they have been working on sheetrock this week. All the sheetrock is up and everything's mudded, drying. They'll probably come and start sanding tomorrow. Get all that done. All this is going to be a tongue and grooved pine ceiling. You can see the bathroom here and bedroom 2, master bath, and master bedroom. And he has finished up all the stonework on the back here as well. So he's got to finish the siding up across the back, but got all the stonework done right there. I'm really liking the way that turned out. And we're getting some black plates cut to go over top of all those. Porch is pretty much about done. But the siding, I really like the way the siding has turned out. It's a new metal board and batten. And you really can't tell it until you get right up here close to it that it's metal. Starting to shape up. I like it. I like it a lot. Nice back porch. Probably end up screening that in eventually. Not exactly sure. And I started laying out a sidewalk around there. I was like, might as well do a patio down here now. So now I got to figure out how much I got to cut this out to level off like a 15 by 15 patio right here. A little sitting area, maybe a little fire pit, and a little retaining wall to kind of help level this up a little bit. So we'll see. Got a lot going on, but everything's coming together.